Welcome to Adobe Experience Makers, a show about Asia Pacific's digital leaders in creativity, marketing, and business. Each episode, we speak to the champions of digital transformation who are shaping the world of customer experience as we know it, as they share their personal insights, stories, and ideas. I'm Siva Ganeshanandan, APAC Director for Adobe Experience Cloud.
And I'm Janie Lim, APAC Marketing Director for Digital Media Business.
And today we're going to be discussing how even long-standing business-to-business relationships benefit from the latest thinking on customer experience and digital transformation. So Janie, are culturally diverse teams an asset in business?
In a region like Asia Pacific, cultural diversity is a given.
What do you think about within a country, the cultural diversity within things like different generations?
Yes, if you look at deeper segmentations within the culture, whether it's by age group or by gender, you will see certainly differences. For instance, in our photography business, we actually have different kinds of learning material. For the younger generation, between 25 to 35, very active on social, versus the older generation of photography enthusiasts using DSLR, very expensive equipment, 45 to 55.
How does that diversity help the team culture within businesses?
There are certainly marketers that have been around for the last 20, 30 years. And then we have these young, super smart digital marketers. Both groups of marketers put together a holistic picture of how do we deliver the right customer experience from offline channels to online channels.
Yeah, I think that, and they're learning from each other. Is there a link between employee engagement and customer engagement?
Ultimately, the most important thing is to understand the customer journey and where you play in it.
What about, I think there's a quote from Richard Branson that talks about take care of your people and they will take care of the customers. Do happier employees make happier customers?
I totally believe that happy employees make happy customers. You will naturally spread that vibe to your customers as well. It will translate into a better experience.
On today's show, we speak to one experience maker who has applied his philosophy on customer experience into a global B2B operation, where the opportunities and challenges are very modern, but the client relationship can span decades.
One needs to be soulful when they do the business. That is number one.
Meet Naveen Rajdev, Chief Marketing Officer of veteran IT services company and $8 billion global giant, Wipro. Naveen is an advocate for people-centric business, whether that's supporting customers through periods of change or empowering employees to find innovative new ideas.
People always do business with people, who they like. And I want, our company and Wipro and every single touch point, what customers touch, to make them feel like they are touching a human being. And, and that's the human being they want to do business with. It's not just about business to business, but it is business to beyond business. And that's the aspect which drives me, in terms of when we look at projecting ourselves into the market for our customers. I ask myself this question always, every single day, that if Wipro was a person, how would that person look like?
Wipro is a massive global organization with a 70-year-old heritage that started in India. These days, the company has a workforce of more than 160,000 and is doing business in 56 countries.
Close to 98% of our business is repeat business. When we go out work with our customers, some of our relationships are, more than 2 decades old with customers. And we have helped them in each era of technology shift as they move along. When Y2K came, we were there. When e-commerce came, we were there. Now, when social media came, we were there. When mobility came, we were there. Now you're looking at digital technology, which is a combination of a lot of that stuff, and cloud. So we are one of the companies who can help our customers bring the entire ecosystem of businesses, technologies, partners, our own understanding of customer business, our understanding of domain, and the IP what we build, and the innovation ecosystem what we harness, to bring it together for our customers so that they can succeed. So we have served our customers in very wide spectrum of services. Now look at the world today as we deal with our customers, the onset of digital world, the onset of artificial intelligence, what we are seeing. So it was very important for us how we communicate to the world in terms of how the market is changing, how things are changing. Today, when we look at our customers, does digital mean a scare for them, or does digital mean opportunity for them? I think we fundamentally see, and our customers also fundamentally see, both digital automation, artificial intelligence, blockchain, smart manufacturing as fundamentally great opportunities for them. When you see the onset of these newer technologies and newer opportunities, you help them connect the dots.
Wipro might be delivering technology and solutions, but Naveen believes whatever is being delivered or implemented, the heart and soul of the business is really all about the people.
Our repeat business numbers, tell that thing very, very clearly, that our customers love us. It's about making sure that you are relevant for your customers with every turn or every change in the technology, or every shift in the technology, or every shift in the business, what they see. And that's where my goal is, to make sure that, whatever is the level of technology we deal with, our customers deal with, our markets deal with, and we are the company our customer can count on every single day, and they love to do business with. Our entire approach to customer experience is very, very human-centric, be it as a brand, or be it as creating customer experience for our customers as they touch us through various touch points, or helping them out build the customer experiences for their customers. And we acquired a design firm, as part of that agenda. We have our really fast-growing business called Wipro Digital, which is really helping customers out. Not just looking at the customer element, customer experience element, or just a smaller, but looking at the entire chain. Today the customer journey, how customer comes to your organization, what are the various touch points they touch, how are you going to make sure that each touch point becomes more memorable and starts to keep the customer lashed onto your organization. I think those are the thoughts which are very important. I mean, there used to be a time when it was about, creating larger than life image and selling it.
A deep understanding of the B2B customer builds loyalty and trust, and in turn helps them focus and build loyalty with their own customers.
They want their customers to come back. They want to build that loyalty. They want to gain the loyalty in the times when the customer loyalty is very, very passive. And so it becomes very, very important to take that very human-centric approach to customer experience, and that's what we do. And we leverage various technologies. Of course, data is very, very, very pivotal, or the center of all these things, because the way one can harness the power of data has become immense. We have our own artificial intelligence platform, plus the opportunities what we see from IoT standpoint. In terms of capturing the data for our customers and giving them insights back to help them create those wonderful experiences, is how we are helping our customers, connect the dots.
Connecting the dots, as Naveen describes it, varies greatly across the region, with markets at different levels of maturity with different infrastructure, requirements and expectations.
We have been in these markets for a very, very long time, across the globe, and Asia Pacific, of course, in particular. When you look at Asia in particular, or Asia Pacific region, it really has clearly two parts. One is mature Asia. When you look at Japan, Australia, some parts of China, it's very, very mature. The markets are booming. It has taken the development to the very next level. Much more organized. And then there are other parts of Asia which are still emerging, which are still not there. So you have to cater. You really don't have a choice in terms of, how you deal with it. And of course, we have our local presence in each of those countries where we do our business. And, not just those, cultural affiliation, but in terms of what works for those customers, we take help from our employees. And they are our biggest advocates in this, in terms of propagating the content further, in terms of creating the local content, in terms of reacting to the content which is relevant to the markets.
Wipro's 70-year history makes it a veteran company, but the workforce is young, with an average age of about 26. It's no surprise then that social media plays a big part in the lives of the employees, and Naveen is harnessing this energy as the company becomes more and more active on social.
We really look at so much of analytics coming out of Twitter in terms of who is engaging with us, in what country they are engaging with us, who is not engaging with us, what do we need to do to change our responses. There's a proper team around it who constantly monitors the data to really connect with the community outside. So it's more thoughtful approach than just use it as a broadcast media. We wanted our employees, end of the day, to come forward. We created employee advocates, and our employees are there in the regional markets. They understand the nuances of regional markets. They help us take that content. They help us push that content out to those regional markets.
And when it comes to content, Naveen knows that the value lies in both quality and relevance. Wipro created a sophisticated example of content marketing, creating a print magazine with the quirky name Wool. Wool has the quality and look and feel of a beautiful luxury magazine. It covers business and technology trends for the company's C-suite clients.
When I took this role, I think the biggest job was to make sure I positioned the Wipro in the right direction where the markets are going. From my role perspective, I always worry about one thing, that who would be doing business with us 2 years down the line. So positioning company for the longer term.
Naveen and his team identified a trend where, in a world brimming with online content, printed publications could stand out as something special. They decided to experiment with the idea. For a company that's known for delivering digital services, a magazine is a very tangible communications channel.
So we wanted to come out with a physical magazine with such high quality where our customers would feel that they are really reading something precious and something which is very valuable to them, which can slowly guide them in the direction of what is happening, with digital technologies and a very different way of communicating with our customers, rather than writing an article on engineering and product engineering or something, which we still do. There is no tech talk in that magazine. What we talk about is things which are going to be trend next year or year after that, so that our customers can take an approach and try to address them and take some cues from them, what is more relevant. We don't look at it as a publishing thing, but I think it's about respecting the thought. And it's about opening up. If I do it, there are 5 more people who will do it. Then it goes into the organization and people will do it. It's about opening up. It's about embracing.
Wool ships to 2,000 of Wipro's global customers, including those in Asia Pacific. Not bad for what started as an experiment. Now Naveen is actively cultivating more such experimentation and has even set up a research team for it.
I have a small team called MINC, which stands for Marketing, Innovation and Creativity. Literally, they are tinkering with technology. It would be safe to say that they don't have a job description because they have a very free hand. They really look at very innovative technologies, try to pilot them in-house and see how we can use them. It's my small skunkworks team, where we really looked at them. These are individuals who have their full-time day jobs. I picked them up within my team. And of course, from Wipro, they need to have that kind of a mindset, and each one of them brings a very different skill set to the table, so that, we continue to harness the diversity of thought. And then all of them, their inclination for technology and ability to tinker with technology is very, very important.
With a background in business and physics, Naveen says he still can't believe where he's ended up today. A self-confessed lover of quantum mechanics, a career in marketing is far from where it all began.
I never thought that I would have marketing as a career. Everything is connected in one way or the other. You can be creative in any job you do. And one thing leads to the other. And I was skeptical, but then I saw the opportunity out there in terms of, I'll get to completely reposition the company in a very different way. And I always say that, I was not the CMO. My team made me the CMO. You study all that stuff in business school. But they are the ones, end of the day, who make you. We work as a big collaborative team and agile team, so we just have fun. And we've been busy over the last 2.5 years in terms of repositioning Wipro, in terms of changing the face of the Wipro, in terms of becoming more social, in terms of positioning our offering.
This is more than just respect. Naveen has affection for his staff. I asked if this was just part of his personality or if the team was truly special.
I've always had such a deep bond with my team. You have to really love, especially when you work with global diverse teams, you have to appreciate their culture. You have to appreciate the challenges they deal with. I have team members based in Australia, Japan, Sweden, Norway, Germany, South Africa, Brazil, Mexico, Canada, United States, UK, India. And then probably I'm missing a few more countries here. But when you deal with such fantastic people, and once you start appreciating them with their cultural nuance and see everything together, they are, no matter where they are, they can contribute. They are super amazing. And I'm not saying it for the heck of saying it. They're just amazing. What they bring to the table. End of the day, they made me the CMO.
That was Naveen Rajdev, CMO at Wipro. He spoke with a lot of genuine affection for his team. What do you think are the keys to building a successful collaborative team?
When we are looking at team building or building a team identity, we find that as team leaders or as a leader in any organization, the most important thing to make sure your team is performing and bringing out the best that they can is around giving meaning to and purpose to them being in your organization.
Okay.
And having real affection and care for your team members is absolutely critical to get, because nobody wants to be in an organization where they feel like they can disappear tomorrow and nobody knows.
And does that naturally end up with people collaborating more? Or is collaboration something else that you need to foster and pay attention to?
Having affection for your team and having care in the team for one another is not just a leader for the team, but care within the team for one another would build the right platform and environment for collaboration. However, I do believe that there are more that needs to be done to ensure seamless collaboration. It involves aligning your objectives within your team members and making sure that when people are measured around successes, there are individual measures as well as team measures.
Now, this team culture seems to be working for Naveen. They're coming up with new ideas and trying new things. Now, a magazine may not be the newest idea, but for a company like Wipro, it certainly is different. Can you think of any other examples out there that you've seen where a marketing department is leading some innovation and change in that way?
I like to look at the insurance industry and the way they market to their audience without seeming pushy selling insurance. They have to create these warm, fuzzy feelings with their customers that this company cares for your well-being and your family and protecting you for any risk in the future. They don't talk about their policies. They leave that to the agents. Mm-hmm. But when they market as a brand, they look at big events, big charities, family, and they just build a brand that is about caring for their customers.
I think Coke always used to set aside 10% of marketing budget for innovation, but it seems to me that that's not just standard practice now, but that 10% is getting bigger, if not in budget, in terms of the attention that it's getting, because it needs to be, because the consumer and the market is changing so quickly.
Innovation is a must for marketers that are keeping up with the fast-changing trends.
Thanks for tuning in to Experience Makers. If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to subscribe via Apple Podcasts or SoundCloud, and be sure to leave us a review while you're there. I'm your host, Siva Ganeshanandan.
And I'm Janie Lim. Until next time.